Hey, what's up, hello fam? Carrington here, and today we are talking about the dating do's and don'ts in 2022. Now, if you guys know me, I really do love to talk about dating because honestly, your girl has been through it. I've had some crazy story times. I can let you guys check them out right here if you have not heard of them, but let's get into the video. Dating is not something that's easy, of course. We're all learning dating as we get older, so these tips that I'm giving you today are just going off of my experiences. First thing that we want to do this year is make sure that we're going on dates with men or women that we are actually interested in. Ladies, stop going on dates just to get a free meal. Okay, I know you've been there. Some of us have been there. We just go out on a date with a guy because we want to get a free meal. And while it may seem free because you're not paying for it, in some ways you are. You're taking time out of your day, you're getting ready for the date, and you're taking energy to get to know someone that you actually have genuinely no interest in getting to know. So let's stop going on dates with these people that we have no intention of really dating. If you're going on a date with a guy that you do not find attracted or a girl that you do not find attractive, that's an issue. If you're not attracted to the person that you're going on the date with, then do not go on the date with them. Like, it's really that easy. It's a waste of time. Is it really worth the time and energy that it takes to get ready, to go on the date, to converse with this person, just to get a free meal out of it? I don't feel like it's worth it, so don't do it. Time is valuable, time moves fast. You don't want to waste that person's time nor your own time just from going on this date in hopes of getting a free entree and maybe some dessert from Chili's. Like, who even knows where this date is going? And honestly, it's not a good feeling to do that to somebody. I know maybe a lot of us ladies have been there, but it's not even a good feeling. You want to feel good about going on that date, and you don't want to potentially hurt someone because you really have no interest in them whatsoever. Number 2, don't be afraid to date people with different interests. And I say this because I have learned so much from dating someone that is totally different from me. My boyfriend and I are very different. I'm super emotional. He's not. I can be someone who's a big overthinker, and he's very blunt and straight to the point. And I feel like I've learned so much from being with him, and it's taught me a lot about me as a person. And it's nice to date somebody who challenges me and causes me to think differently and think outside of the things that I normally think about. So I say definitely try to look into dating people with different interests because they're going to challenge you. You're going to think about things differently. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, and they will learn a lot about themselves as well. In the past, I had always thought that I was probably going to end up with someone who was in the same industry as me, was another dancer or another singer. I have dated someone who was in the same career and passion field interest as I was, and it was a total shit show. Now that could be just because of him as a person, but it didn't work out. And when I was dating another dancer, there was just a competitiveness that I didn't like. And I feel like it's actually a lot better for me, at least, to date someone who is outside of the same interests and different hobbies. Even that's totally fine. It works out better for me because he fully supports me in everything I do, but I don't feel this like slight competitiveness. And like I said, I feel like we are able to push each other and learn a lot about each other. I challenge you to date someone that maybe has totally different interests and might just seem totally opposite from who you are. As long as you're initially attracted to them, which I think attraction is very important, you want to make sure that you are initially attracted to the person that you're dating, because ultimately that is going to play a role in how your relationship or how your dating goes. And let's also talk about how I feel like a lot of people forget that relationships, you don't get into them for TikTok and Instagram. And it is really cool to see couples who have the same interests, who are, doing things together. But at the same time, you don't want to just date somebody just to get likes and views. I mean, if you want to do that, do you. But usually if you want like long-term happiness, goals, a partner who's going to push you, challenge you, you don't just get with someone just for the purpose of social media. Number 3, do not sleep with a man on the first date. Okay, I know that this might sound old school, but if you are genuinely If you are genuinely looking for love, if you are looking for a relationship, you don't want to sleep with a guy on the first date. And I know sometimes we hear these stories of women who are like,
yeah, well, I slept with my man on the first night and we've been together for this many years or we've got married.
those ladies are the exception, not the rule. If I have learned anything, if you sleep with a guy so easily, he already got what he really wanted. If you are trying to genuinely have a relationship, you want to refrain from sleeping with a guy at least on the first date. I'm not saying you have to wait the 90 days. I'm not saying we have to do that. But if you're looking for the right person, a man with good intentions, what's going to actually keep him is your brain, your personality, and your good heart. Okay, so if you really want to be serious with someone, try to refrain from doing that. Of course, like I said, it may work out. If it does, kudos to you. But from my experience, when I was quick to sleep with a guy, he ended up losing interest. And I feel like when I finally decided to take things slower and really get to know a guy, and he got to know me, boom, relationship. I'm not saying you can't sleep with him before you guys get the relationship started, but at least when it comes to the first date, just try to wait. Okay, I think guys, they never want to admit it, but they really do. They don't want to wife a girl who gives it up on the first night, usually. Number 4, do take your time getting to know the person that you are dating before jumping into a relationship. I have learned that there are so many people out there who actually don't like their significant others, and that is so crazy to me because it's like, why? Why don't you like the person that you're with? And I feel like this reasoning is because a lot of people jump into relationships with people that they don't actually know. And I think it's important to actually get to really know someone and just start dating and talking. And it's okay that you don't have to be in a relationship within 3 months, because even within 3 months, you don't fully know someone. They say, I think it actually takes like 7 years to fully get to know someone. Now, I'm not saying wait 7 years. I'm not saying take a full year to get to know someone. But from what I've learned in the past, I did not know a guy within 3 months. I might have fallen in love. I might have fallen head over heels. I'm that type of person who can fall in love fast. But in terms of actually knowing the person that I was trying to be in a relationship with, no, didn't know him. In my past relationship with my ex, I remember we would get into arguments, and I remember telling him, I feel like you love me, but you don't like me. He was always like, of course I like you, of course I like you. No, like, let's like really list the reasons, like, why do you like me? And don't start with because you're beautiful, because it just goes to show how much you don't know me. I have a weird personality. I can be awkward sometimes. I can be really funny. Like, what do you actually like about me? Or is it any of those things? It's important that you end up with someone who not only loves you, but they like you too. Think about it. It's very important. Your friends, you get to choose your friends. You don't get to choose your family. We love our family. I didn't get to choose who they are though, right? When it comes to making friends, you get to choose those people. So of course you like those people, and then you grow to love those friends. So you want to make sure it's the same as in a relationship, because it's so easy to fall in love fast with lust and infatuation. And when you're crushing on someone, that was another thing. I feel like my ex was infatuated with me. There was some type of infatuation there, and he placed me on this pedestal, and he didn't actually really know who I was. And then once he got to know who I was, it might have just really been a case where, like, you know, I don't really feel like I like you like that. And that's okay. You might come across people who you realize you don't really like that romantically. And it's important that you realize that, again, you not only love this person, but you like them. Number 5, do not put all of your eggs into one basket. I have had to learn this the hard way so many times, okay? When you are talking to someone and you are getting to know them, do not be afraid to venture out and talk and date other people, okay? And if anything, be honest, be upfront. If you are talking to someone and you really do like them, let them know, like, hey, I really like you, but I also want to date other people. I'm not ready to just be exclusive with you, because that's how dating should work. You should have a roster. You should have other people that you're talking to, so you know exactly what it is that you want in a relationship, and you know exactly what it is that you want from the person who's number one at the top of your roster. Because let's all face it, we do have a number one. Even when you have a roster, you know that there's somebody up there, or at least one or two people who are up there on it. You have someone who is up there on your list that you genuinely do want to probably be with, but at the same time, it's okay to venture out and get to know other people. If you don't, and you place all your eggs in one basket, you're probably going to have your heart broken quite a few times, because I've been there. So definitely just take the time getting to know, and don't be afraid to date other people. And if you are talking to someone and you bring this up and they have an issue with you doing that, maybe you need to rethink, is that somebody that you want to be with? Or you need to ask, okay, well, are we in a relationship then? And if he still says no, then cut it loose. Find the next. Because if you're with an understanding and the right man, he's gonna be like, okay, that's fair, because we're not in a relationship right now. We're not together. Totally understand. You do you. I'll do this too. And then we can figure out from there where we want to go. Those are my dating do's and don'ts for 2022. Let me know if you guys have any other things that you would add to this list. If you liked this video, be sure to like and hit that subscribe button. I will catch you all in the next video.